So I'm in Guatemala specifically to do the spiritual sexual shamanic experience, the ISTA training, which is a training about releasing shame, fear, and guilt around our sexuality, embodying ourselves, as well as harmonizing our masculine and feminine energies in order to be a more complete person that doesn't rely on others to feel full or to come from a place of lack. I did this training in 2012 the first time, and it really changed my life. It really changed my life. It gave me some huge aha moments. It made me realize that the most of my life I was operating from a paradigm of the wounded feminine or the unhealthy masculine, because we are both masculine and feminine. And through the training, it allowed me to find more freedom through assuming who I was, assuming the good, the bad, and ugly that is in my life, and owning it and moving forward. So I look forward to doing this training for the third time. I think there's a lot of spiritual sexual leaders that are coming on board with the International School of Temple Arts, because the program is probably the strongest technology around sexual healing and harmonization of masculine and feminine, and full embodiment of the self, but more importantly to find freedom and to embody love. So check out sexualrenaissance.com for all information about our conference, as well as the spiritual sexual shamanic experience going to take place right after that. So that was a great example of the carpets. You saw the abundance of the offerings with the mangoes, the bread, the color, the absolute beauty of the color. So what struck me the most of the carpet was the fact that it's actually a mandala. So the practice of making that mandala is like a beautiful meditation. The streets, what I read on the internet, will be covered with these carpets all over the city, and when they're doing the processions or la procesión, they will be carrying those large barks with more abundance and more offerings, and they will be walking all over these mandalas. These mandalas are made with colored, tinted sawdust, so it's just, I would love to see them actually creating it. It must be a real sight just to see them making it. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like this practice, and I think it's one of the only places in the world that celebrate Easter in this manner that I know of. It brings in a lot of beauty, a lot of thought. I like ritual. I like ceremony. I like thoughtfulness, intention. I feel that that's what makes anything sacred. It's when you put an intention or you make an act intentional, whether it be cooking, making love, whatever it is. If you're putting an intention behind it, if you're putting some heart energy and love and an idea, a focus, a purpose behind what you're doing, it just makes everything more sacred. And that's the idea behind sacred sex as well. It's like making love not just for the acts of personal gratification or physical gratification, but the idea that you're actually sending the energy or the effort to a specific intention, an intention of higher purpose beyond oneself, one's individual needs or desires, something a bit outside of self, a bit beyond oneself. And when you do that, you're actually raising the vibration of the energy to the sacred. I like that one. I like that. Put intention behind all your lovemaking sessions, whatever it may be, ideally something beyond oneself. This is mango?
Mango. Ese es sarasa y maduro, dulce.
Okay. Antigua is a UNESCO heritage site, primarily because it was developed in the 16th and 17th centuries by the Spanish colonization, and it hasn't changed pretty much since that time. The whole overlay of the city, the streets, the cobblestone streets, this all remains the same as back when it was created. That is why it's a World Heritage Site. So that takes my day in Antigua to a close. I really enjoyed the day. A couple of highlights I could tell you is the people are very friendly here. That's one of the most memorable things. Everybody's very easygoing. Everybody's very sweet, very open. The city obviously is very, very religious, and that you could tell with all the churches and the fact that this is one of the biggest Holy Week Lent destinations in the world. But regardless, the energy here is really sweet. I always find it funny that you have a culture that has been assimilated to Christianity when their original culture, the Maya culture, was so strong in the first place. But we could understand how the change happened with the strength of the Roman Catholic Empire. The first day in Guatemala has been amazing, beautiful. The ruins here are phenomenal. Tomorrow I travel to Lake Atitlan, where I will be meeting up with Araminta, who is the owner of the sanctuary, where I'll be staying a few days, and she is also the host of the Spiritual Sexual Shamanic Experience. So today is March 26th. I'm currently on the side of a hideaway between Antigua and Lake Atitlan. So after a bit of time reconnecting with Araminta, we're just chilling out and gonna go for a steam. Araminta, I'm introducing you to the Spiritual Playboy. What is this? It's a temazcal?
It's a Mayan sauna. It's a wet sauna.
A Mayan sauna, okay. A wet sauna.
Temazcal is in the word they use here.
Okay.
So it's
you made this, or?
Well, Roberto made it.
But you commissioned it.
Yeah.
Guatemala, San Marcos.
Yeah. Bienvenida.
At the sanctuary.
Dear brothers,
And rainy season has begun, so you could hear the thunder in the background. This is Araminta's balcony.